night action in the world of football. The Premier League is serving us something that, man, it was hypertensive. It was high, it was low, it was winning, it was not winning. Man U were winning, Man U were drawing, Arsenal were losing, Arsenal were winning. We could not really imagine what has happened tonight. I want to say welcome everybody again, please. If you are with us, join us live right now. Share the link, call people. Somebody just messaged me and said they are depressed. Let me know what you think about the game tonight. If you look at me now, maybe I want to do this. Can I do this for you guys? But at some point, talking with my guys in the global Arsenal group that I belong to, we had issues. We were angry at a point because it looks like our coach is stubborn. Look like the Arsenal coach is stubborn. Mikel Arteta look like he doesn't know what he's doing. But what a game! What a game! What a game! What a game! That's what you can say. I'm waiting for everybody to come in now. Now, don't worry, guys. I want you to share the link because I know there are a lot of aggrieved fans right now who are angry with the Man United played. Some teams who are not happy with Arsenal play, but last they will collect the win. They will say it's not about how you play, but how you get the 3 points, because it was a must-win game for Arsenal, because they are the ones that are supposed to push Manchester City all the way, to the title again like they did last season. And beginning the game, people thought, oh, this team, they're not serious, they're not ready. But let's look at it. Let's look at it. I'm waiting for you. I'm not going to deep talking about this game until I see every one of you come on board today. And I'm waiting. Keep sharing. And as you come in, let us hear your thoughts. Your anger, your dissatisfaction, everything that went on today in that game. Arsenal hosting Manchester United. Oh, Welt, we're coming. Gilenzo, you're welcome. Welt, you're welcome. Also, they are already talking. Okay, Welt, Gilenzo is saying I should kiss the badge again. All right. Gunners. Okay, guys, let's calm down. And if I'm Man U fan, I might be angry. If I'm Arsenal fan, yeah, we all have the choice of club side we support. I'm actually a dual fan. I have just two teams on earth, one in England and one in Spain. I'm an Arsenal fan, I'm also a Real Madrid fan, the Los Blancos and the Gunners. Oh wow, I'm getting more persons here. Misa and Afo, good evening and welcome. Oh, Mamuyo Dugum, welcome. What's going on there? All right, good evening everybody. And this is Bowie Sports Arena. Like I said, follow us, subscribe down there. On the subscribe button. Now this is our YouTube channel where we talk about football and sports in general, but particularly football. The game just ended. I know there are many happy fans, there are many heartbroken fans now, there are many pastors who are going to be angry this evening after the anointing service in church today, and you came back home now, man, you're making you depressed. I'm very sorry, man of God. It's just a way to wind down. I'm seeing one of my friends now is a man of God also. Mamuyo, we do go all the way from the northern part of Nigeria. Welcome on board. I want you to unwind, just calm down. I don't know whether you're a Man U fan or Arsenal fan. If you're an Arsenal fan, celebrate. If you're a Man U fan, there are better days. Someone said the moment they saw Harry Maguire come into the game, they knew that Man U will lose today. And it looked like that was what happened. Maguire is not happy with their treating him, and he threw something to the field, and the player got injured, and he had to come play. Suddenly, the first two centre backs for Manchester United, Rafael Varane and Maguire, and Lisandro Martinez were injured, and Maguire had to come into the team with Johnny Evans at the end of that match, and we saw what happened in that game. Welcome everybody again. As you keep coming, I keep seeing you now. Esther Batwa Deyinke say Gunners for life. Yeah, Gunners for life. Welt, calm down. All right. Welt says immediately I saw Harry Maguire, I gave up the ghost. There's an issue with that man because it looks like he's washed out, but I've preferred that they would have allowed that man go to West Ham United and continue playing his career. But the coach is very stubborn and he didn't want that to happen. All right, guys. So this is the major game we're going to spend a lot of time talking about today. All right. I will give you the scores of Liverpool games and the Wolves and Crystal Palace and other games taking place. But this is the major match that took place today. All right. I'm getting comments from everywhere. Warrior Nation in Instagram is saying something that Garnacho was an amazing, player. We're going to be opening up all channels very, very soon. We're planning, we're getting bigger and bigger, but we're going to be here. Subscribe, share the link now. Let's discuss. What are your thoughts about the Arsenal Manchester United Super Sunday Premier League game week 4. You know, other teams have won the matches, and we knew that Arsenal needed to win to keep up momentum, you know, against Manchester City. Liverpool had gotten their win, Tottenham Hotspur got their win. A lot of other big teams are beginning to win, and it looked like Arsenal, they don't know what they are doing. They look like they don't want to win. They don't want to push Man City to the title. By the end of it, Man United came up and Arsenal got that victory. All right, let me be taking your comments gradually as we begin to start, because I see many aggrieved fans here writing everything. Gileso said, I almost lost hope. Yes, I think every Arsenal fan, including myself, almost gave up. I was already shouting in my room and getting angry, you know, and shouting at the players and even saying they will win. And when Garnacho scored that goal a few minutes ago, I said it, that I told them that they will win, and we were just lucky to have that goal cut off because of some very tiny margins, And outside the people will say, this is the reason why we have VAR. If not for VAR, I think that match today will have ended 2-1 to Manchester United, or 2 goals apiece, you know, for those teams. All right. Welt says Arsenal, oh yeah, we say oh yeah back, oh Welt, oh yeah. Oh. Well, you can't be depressed. Depression is not part of it. Football makes you happy. Football makes you sometimes sad. You know, you have to get up, watch this sports program, talk with your friends, laugh it off. Next week again, they are back to the national teams, and they'll be back again upper week for, you know, another game for Manchester United. All right. Yes, Esther said Gunners for life, and Emmy Osemeke said Gunners for life from Enugu. You're welcome. Now, where to say again, they should come and take him for free. Now, everybody seemed to be against don't forget, some seasons ago, 3-4 seasons ago, Harry Maguire was the most expensive defender in English Premier League history. 80 million pounds. You know, he was bought from, I think, Leicester City or so. But somewhere 4 seasons down the line again, he's now out of favor. But just yesterday, he was named in the English 24-man squad for their next qualifiers. And people are shouting. Maguire has not kicked a single ball until today for Man United. How come? He's one of the first name on the coaches list to play for England. Super surprised. But Maguire, he said he should be given for free. All right. And Charles is saying that he was expecting Maguire to score for Arsenal, an own goal. All right. Okay. Idugu Mamuyo, he said he's a Liverpool fan. We're going to come to Liverpool very shortly. But Liverpool did a good job against Aston Villa. And it was a beautiful, beautiful game. And Idugu says, but Rice covered by the blood of Jesus made my day. Oh my God. He said, you know, rice and stew. The blood looks like stew. You know, but Declan Rice. You know that now. If you let me give you some stats. If you're a stats fan, all right. 2 players today were gunning for their first goal against Manchester United. You know, Gabriel Jesus has played for 5 seasons for Manchester City and has never scored a goal against Manchester United. So he was hoping to score his first goal against Man U, you know, for any team he has played for in England, and today got the goal. Also, Declan Rice, £105 million signing for Arsenal, scored his first goal today also. So there were 2 players who scored their first, you know, against Man United and for Arsenal, and that was Declan Rice and Gabriel Jesus. All right. Idugu says, yes, this is a real Sunday rice. The Arsenal fan, it's time to enjoy real Sunday rice. After the show, I'm going to take hot rice with stew, because Arsenal is red, London is red, and rice is white. White and rice, white and red is white and stew. Are you with somebody there now? All right. Yes, welcome, Emmanuel. I'm waiting for you to hear what you will say. He said, Emmanuel said a good pot of rice was given to Manchester United at the Emirates Stadium. This is how you end a good Sunday evening. I know I'm going to have a lot of Arsenal fans on this show tonight, but I want to beg you, if you're a Man United fan, please share the link, let your friends join us. Let's discuss. Let's talk about it. Let's hear your pain. Let's feel you. Let's know how angry you are, how dissatisfied you are, which players did not live up to their billing, which players did not play well. All right. Was there a certain name, Casemiro, in that match today? Did you see Casemiro? I don't know what's going on with Casemiro. All right. Even the left Dalot, he did a good job, and we had one Bissaka who did not let Martinelli play any good football today. Eriksen, Casemiro, and Fernandes were not really active. Anthony Martial was a waste of time and waste of space for Manchester United. He did nothing until he left that team. All right. Welt is saying that actually Arsenal outplayed Manchester United, but as they got possession. I'm going to be giving you that stat soon, Welt. I hope you are watching the same match that we are watching. All right. Now let's look at it. All right. At the end of the match, possession was shared at 50-50. So you see that possession was shared at 50-50. I think in every aspect, Arsenal outplayed Manchester United. Shot on target 5-2. Shot off target 4-1. Block shot 8-7. Possession 50-50. Corner kicks, Arsenal 12 corner kicks, Man United 3 corner kicks. Even offsides, Arsenal 2 offsides and Man U 1 offside. Fouls, Arsenal even got more fouls than Manchester United, 8 to 7 fouls. Yellow card, Man United 3, Arsenal 2. Throw-ins, Arsenal got 16 throw-ins to Man United 14 throw-ins. Crosses, 25 crosses for Arsenal and 1 cross for Manchester United. Counter-attacks was where United almost destroyed Arsenal. 7 counter-attacks to 1 counter-attack. Goalkeeper saved 2 for Manchester United and 1 for Arsenal. Goal kicks was 8 to 1. So you see that, well, I think in statistics now, Arsenal got the better of tonight of Manchester United. All right, let's go back to your comments. Or okay, as we see that. All right, Binter Daniel, you're welcome again to the show. Binter Daniel, welcome. Please share the link everywhere you are. Let's share and let's discuss what's going on today. All right, what to say on behalf of Man United fans, I want to apologize to Digia. We are sorry. I think today there was too much overconfidence from the Manchester United goalkeeper. You know, it was just like a Jessica playing as if they're just training. That's why I got very angry. You need to win, you need to score. You're playing as if you're playing a 5-a-side game. I didn't like that. Emmanuel says, and Jesus came and totally destroyed the Red Devil. Oh, and Jesus. Okay, that's what you mean. And Jesus came and destroyed the Red Devil. Well, he said everybody is on well. Now, Maguire, Kosan. I think Maguire should have been let go, and he has now maybe extra 5 months. He should allow him go in January so everybody can rest. All right. What he said, Onana should not be a goalkeeper; he should be a midfielder because he was busy playing passes today, and the games and the goals he should save, he could not save them, and he was playing good football with his left. Favor Kachuya, welcome to the show. And he said, Declan Rice, a powerful buy. I think for Arsenal to spend £105 million to purchase the player, they knew what they wanted and they went for it. But I want to tell you something. I think the worst player on the pitch today for Arsenal is Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz should be substituted and degraded to the academy to play for 6 months, and he comes back and he plays. Or you put him on the bench to come on as a super sub. I don't understand what that guy is doing. That Arsenal team very lazy. He plays lots of wrong passes. He can't finish. And I want to see what Gary Neville said, that Arsenal will regret ever purchasing Kai Havertz, and we are beginning to see that after 4 games. Even in preseason, it's not showing, good promise for Arsenal. All right. And the Favor Kachi said the Canadian is powerful. By Jelenzo said Onana is a cruise player. Give to 4, you're welcome. He said Jesus destroyed the devil once again. Hallelujah. I think let's take it easy, Arsenal fans. We have a lot of Manchester United fans here. They are not really happy about what's going on right now. Rashford should rest. Anthony needs rehabilitation. Fernandez should rest a bit. I think players did not play well. I've said it. If you might not go back and watch the games, 3 weeks ago, I said to you that Anthony should be benched. The same way I'm saying about Kai Havertz. All he does is to change hairstyle, change color, run around, do 2 leg over, 3 leg over, 4 leg over, run, seko, and that is it for him. A player who came from Ajax for that kind of money is still too young. He does not understand. I think Sancho is more mature, than that player in the name of Martial and the rest of them. But I think for me, the 2 things should look into their matches today. Arsenal got the win, but personally, I was not totally impressed with the Arsenal game. Possession, beautiful. We know what we're doing, but Arsenal played as if they were playing for a draw. The game it was one of the slowest Premier League games I've watched, this season. Emi Osemeke is saying that the guy was disrespected by the club. They never intended to renew his contract. They just kept him in limbo till his contract ran down. And who's paying the price for it? I don't know yet until we see that Onana will prove himself for us, for Manchester United. Charles is saying, I watched Onana play outside from the 18 today. It's not for the team. You're welcome on board. We must sabi this football. I want to feel among. Yeah, welcome. Maybe you marry a man that likes football and you get into touch with football. Emmanuel is saying, what was really Onana's fault? 3 goals. Where were United defenders? They defended poorly. Well, he's saying Chelsea needs to return that money that they use, to buy that player. You cannot be depressed. Hey, Bobo, let us hear your thoughts, everyone. Tell us how you feel, what you thought about the matter. Let's look at this game now, tactically, as we begin to run down into the real action in this match. All right, the lineups looked very compact, looked very beautiful. Arsenal, for the first time after the complaints of every single Arsenal fan now, went back to a natural 4 at the back. Now, my first question to Arteta is this. Gabriel Jesus did not leave Arsenal. He is not injured. So why has he not been starting? Why tinker with your formation and now you are 2 points behind Manchester City? You could have won all the games with Gabriel Jesus. You saw the display that man put up today. When he played against one-on-one versus Matthews Højlund, the new striker for the Manchester United, and he defended marvelously well tonight. Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel Jesus, and Alexander Zinchenko. Now, this is the back four or the back five with the goalkeeper that took City all the way to almost win the league last season. And he had to go back to that formation today, 4-3-3. The midfield now, in our Arsenal group we belong, they call him Mami Water because Thomas Partey is always injured when you need him most. And every time Arsenal are about to play Manchester United, Partey gets injured. And he got injured 2 days ago. Now he will be hard for some weeks. And they had to bring in Kai Havertz, Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, and Bukayo Saka, Eddie Nketiah, and Gabriel Martinelli. That was the squad that Arsenal put out now. Very beautiful squad, very fluid squad with the likes of one or two fears, which is the Kai Havertz, and we didn't understand what he was doing there. But Arteta seemed to trust his 65 million pounds man, and we could see what he's doing. For Man United, there were little changes now. Anthony Martial was up front, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Anthony, Casemiro, Eriksen, Dalot, Lisandro Martinez, Lindelof, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. 4-2-3-1 formation now for Manchester United. Now, the game began, and we saw the normal Arsenal playing at home at the Emirates Stadium. They will always have possession. United looked like they just came to defend and play for a draw, but Arsenal kept at it, and until there was a very bad mistake in the 27th minute. Now, that is where I have my issue with Kai Havertz. He looks very languid. He looks very sluggish. He looks very weak. He looks very, lazy. There was no pressure. There was nothing. He had the ball and he made a pass back and he passed the ball wrongly to a Man U player, and there was a true pass to Marcus Rashford, who cut into the 18-yard and blasted the right-footed shot, and he just brushed the hand of Aaron Ramsdale and hit the bar, and it was 1-0 for Manchester United against the run of play. Everyone knew that Arsenal were on top, playing very well against the run of play. Manchester United took the lead in the 27th minute. Now, Marcus Rashford scoring the first goal for Manchester United. Now, the Arsenal that we know are fireful, quick tackling, fast playing Arsenal. They don't give up easily. And playing at the Emirates Stadium, we saw them last season do a lot of beautiful works against many big things. And just 1 minute, exactly 1 minute after United scored, they slept up. Now, they said to you, in football, it is very easy to concede a goal immediately after you just score. And that was exactly what happened now to Manchester United. In the 28 minutes, beautiful bit of football now from the left side, from Zinchenko to Nketiah to Martinelli, back to Saka, and back now to Martinelli, who gave that through ball quickly to the Arsenal captain, Martin Odegaard, the Norwich captain also, and he slotted a bullet from the outside of the 18-yard box, and it was equalizer now for the Arsenal, and it was beautiful, and the game came back on par. Welcome everybody again to the show. Chukwemeka Naji, yes, you're welcome, to the show tonight. He said he's crying. He said he missed this whole game. No matter worry, you didn't miss anything. I'm giving you all that took place now in that match tonight. He said Ten Hag is a low-budget Guardiola. Wow, that's harsh words now from a Manchester United, supporter. That Ten Hag is a low-budget Guardiola. He's not really happy. Emirates Stadium said, we are glad we started Ramsey today. Raya is untested for a game against Manchester United. All right. Solomon Sifo, you are welcome. Many people are crying here. He's saying, and today is Solomon's birthday, but he's crying. Sorry, Manchester United broke your heart. They didn't give you a good birthday gift. He said, this match, pay me. I hope you will not destroy your cake as we go. All right. Favor Kachi said, my question is very important. Why is he testing formation? We have a lot to play, including the Champions League. I think I understand what you're saying. And everybody seems to be angry with Arteta for putting at the bench now Gabriel Jesus. Emma said, Emirates said, I don't understand why Gabriel is being benched and why Arteta is overthinking his team. Yes, I think from now going forward, now that the transfer window has ended, no, don't forget, there was a rumor that Gabriel was going to leave to Saudi Arabia. But I think that was the reason why Arteta was not too sure if he was staying or leaving. So you want to put him in the team. After 3 games, he leaves, and the new player comes in and starts testing. So I think there was a reason, for that. All right. Benitez Daniel says Arsenal should play better. Saka didn't come to. I agree with you. I told my team, I said Saka today was looking tired, was looking afraid of receiving tackles so that he might not get injured. Now, don't forget, the international break begins today. All players are flying out tonight or tomorrow morning to their national teams to play for the qualifiers, for the World Cup and Euros. Now, every player who was called for their team don't want to get injured, because if you get injured, you're not going home to play, and everybody wants to wear the jersey of their national team playing. And Saka is a star boy playing for England. So I saw today he escaped some tackles. There are times where he will jump over players. There are times he should pursue the ball, he will not pursue it. So I understand what you're saying, but I think I agree with you that Saka did not come. I think today, Arsenal's man of the match, whether you like it or not, we either be given to Eddie Nketiah, or number one choice for me is Gabriel Martinelli. Tobias Eze, you are welcome. Emirates Chukwueke, welcome to the show. Keep coming, keep putting your comments here. I want to read it and tell you what's going on. Gift to Four is saying that we demand a refund from Chelsea because Havertz is a fraud. Wow. Chelsea cannot refund £65 million, but I think he needs to be benched for a while. After you bench him for a while, putting the younger boys to play good football. For me, I don't understand why we're not playing Alejandro Trossard, the player got it from Brighton. That guy is so calm, he's so stubborn, he's so good. He can play better intrusion football than Kai Havertz. But I think the coach has his way. But in real life, you can't buy a player for 65 million and put him on the bench, except you are Chelsea, or except you are Manchester City. Man City can have a player bought for £100 million and it's on the bench. £70 million is on the bench. I ask you who? Go and ask a certain Calvin Phillips, the captain of Leeds United, one of England's best players and Leeds player 2 seasons ago, was bought for £65 million, if I may remember, and he has been on the bench for Manchester City for the past 2 seasons. Arsenal does not have that luxury to buy a player for almost £70 million and put him on the bench. They will carve a hair, carve him be commodity, because we know how much Arsenal take that money. So I think that's the reason why some coaches are like that. All right, okay. That's Elijah. No. He said, Bishop, you don't wear Arsenal jersey. I wear it normally for my show, but tonight it's all Gunners. That's the jersey. So it's a good game tonight. That's Elijah. Don't be angry. It's a beautiful game. Now, Charles is saying, I saw Arsenal playing for the draw too. I agree. At some point, 10 minutes to go, 5 minutes to go, Arsenal didn't look at it. We're going to win. They kept on passing left, right, center. I almost turned off the match and said, I'm going to watch it again. But at the end, the changes did a lot of good. Now, when I make a mistake in talking about any player, I reverse myself. Now, there's a certain player called Fabio Vieira for Arsenal, that lefty player. I nearly slapped that man from TV last season. That boy, he cannot. My son, who is 8 years old, has a stronger leg to kick the ball than Fabio Vieira. You bring him to the match, they just do breeze like this guy will just fall. He was not strong. I think last season he went to gym. And now, don't forget, in 3 games now he has played for Arsenal, he has been amazing. The last game we got a 2-2 draw, he had 2 assists. He came on today and changed that game and got another assist for Gabriel Jesus. I feel now that young boy is growing, he's getting better, and he might be a very good understudy to Martin Odegaard. Fabio Vieira is playing very, 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 very well. All right? Okay. What he's saying, football is Martial's side also. Wow. Anthony Martial should disappear. He's a footballer. He has won a World Cup for France. How can you say that football is his side also? I don't think I agree with you. Omenugu is saying because Man United kept slowing the game down and passing around their defense, Arsenal could make an intrusion and score that goal. I agree with you. Ebobo, he said Arteta needs spanking. He should behave going forward. Gabriel ought to never have been taken and dropped from the team. You have the same thing every single Arsenal fan is saying to the Arsenal side. Gabriel Magalhaes should start. That guy played 57 games last season, non-stop, no injury, game by game. And you saw Arsenal fared last season with him in that pitch. Now today is back, and we saw a very beautiful display now from Gabriel Magalhaes. Wow, there's a lot of comments on this place now. It's an amazing show we're having tonight. Don't be angry, Arsenal won. So please, Arsenal fans, give us your comment. Man United fans, just make sure to tell us how you think about the game. All right. Fabio Vieira should start ahead of Kai Havertz. The problem is this: it's not going to happen because you can't have Kai Havertz played for Chelsea, played for the German national team, played in the World Cup, played in the Euros, coming back to stay on the bench, and after being bought for 70 million or 65 million, I don't think it's going to happen. But let's see how it goes, because Arsenal is telling you now, Arteta is saying the reason why he's changing his squad, tinkering his side, is because they have many games to play. I may want to agree with that. Don't forget, Arsenal now lean on injuries. With good thing that we have the Japanese national is back. Sorry, excuse me. Tomiyasu is back now from injury, just short injury. Now we hope that Partey also be back in 3 weeks because Champions League is beginning in about 2 weeks from now. FA Cup will start. The Premier League is going on. All right. Now Carabao Cup is there. So Arsenal have 4 competitions they are playing for. So they need every single player, ready for that side. All right. So let's go again to your comments. And Emmanuel is saying Arsenal is still not feeling it. Yes, but United was not at all. I think I agree. Arsenal did not have top game. They just kicked on for the last 4 minutes, and we saw 2 goals. Okay. Gift to 4 is saying Onana, Onaga. It's too early. You can't sign a goalkeeper for that amount of money and not play. He's going to play, and he will keep playing, and he will keep playing, and he will keep playing. All right. Chelsea should be probed for how they got £65 million for Kai Havertz. No, we should be asking what Mikel Arteta saw in that young man that made him pay that kind of money for a player who Chelsea was trying to offload. Okay, we need to get a good backup for Saka, just like Trossard is backing up Martinelli. I think that's why we have a player called Reece Nelson. Reece Nelson came in today for Martinelli, and so I think Arteta wants to believe in Reece Nelson. So, and don't forget Fabio Vieira too will never play central midfield because we have a lot of players in the central midfield. So he's going to play from the wings. So he thinks he has loads of players now play from the wings for Saka. So I think Arsenal said no more buying. I don't think they're going to get any player in January because some players will return back from injury. I will see how it goes. Okay. Ibobo said Trossard needs to be introduced into the team. I think I agree with you. Man of the match was given to Saka. I think that's robbery. It's daylight robbery. Saka did not play anything to end man of the match. He's supposed to have been giving that team now to Gabriel Martinelli, who gave Wan-Bissaka a run for his money, today. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. When he's saying that we should please play Emile Smith Rowe, he's too good to sit on the bench for Kai. I feel Arsenal is going to be introducing these players as we go. Don't forget, there are lots of matches to play this season in every single competition. All right. Okay. Once again, congratulations to the Arsenal. Football happens. I think I agree with you. Arsenal should think to revert back to 4-2-3-1. The issue here with Arteta is this. He copies his master a lot, which is Pep Guardiola. Guardiola has played almost 5 seasons now with 4-3-3 for Manchester City. Just this season now, he got Kovacic in to play alongside Rodri. So you can have more players go to the midfield. And suddenly, Man City is now playing 4-2-3-1. But trust Arteta is very stubborn. He will not go back to that formation anytime, soon. All right. So I don't know what will happen to that. Marquinhos is on loan. Arsenal's Marquinhos went on loan, early this window to Norwich City, I think, in the Division 1. So Marquinhos is on loan. It could have been a great step up now for Saka, but I think he still needs to learn the English game and grow. And maybe from next season, we'll see him play. Where is Pepe? We'll talk about that as we go. All right. Manchester United lacked a good team and they had bad recruitment. Okay. Solomon said bad recruitment is leading to Manchester United not playing very well. Elijah Jackson is saying it's really time for Man U and Chelsea to have their own league. It's so bad. I think tonight, Man U fans are really, really destroyed. They're not happy with what went on. All right. So let's look at the game in total. I think I enjoyed this match, but it looked more like a training game for me. They were both afraid. These players were the respect in that game was too much. Arsenal were worried if we go too hard on Manchester United, they can counter attack and score. Whereas they saw it, they went forward and 2 attacks. Man U scored 2 goals. The other 1 goal was disallowed. The goal by Garnacho. But Rashford's goal, you saw, because at Manchester United too, we're scared of the Arsenal side. We are playing at the Emirates Stadium. Should we attack? Should we play? So you could see just little tiki-taka, passing here. I said to me, one of the slowest games I've watched this season and one of the slowest Man U Arsenal games I've watched since I started watching football. I didn't understand. With all the talent on display tonight, we didn't see perfect, beautiful, attacking, end-to-end football tonight. We didn't see that. We saw a rather reserved game. I think every of these teams now are trying to rest because they want to play very for their country because next year is Euros. So everybody is just being careful, about that. Now, Manchester United, let's look at it critically. For me, Anthony Martial has been so bad with injuries. And anytime he comes on to play for Arsenal, they're always worried. Will he go off injured? Will he go off injured? Will he go off injured? So when he's not injured, he's not playing well. When he's not injured, he's not playing well. Tonight, the only player I can say did a very good job are 3 players for me. Marcus Rashford with the goal he scored, and he gave Ben White run for his money. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, beautiful right-footed defender, played a very good game against Martinelli. He was strong and he was solid. He didn't give Martinelli breathing space at all. Diego Dalot, who came in for left back after the injury of Luke Shaw, did a very good game also in checkmating Bukayo Saka. The rest of Manchester United players, I don't know what happened to them today. They didn't turn up. The Lisandro Martinez didn't turn up, but don't forget, he made a very goal-saving tackle in the first half where Havertz or Iketia could have equalized. And that was the only thing I saw that he played today, or he got injured. Victor Lindelof, I don't understand what he's doing in the Manchester United side. And those players did not play well today. Casemiro was absent. Eriksen was absent unless for the goal, the pass he made to Marcus Rashford to score the goal. Fernandes, I didn't know what happened to him. Anthony was useless tonight. So I think, for me, I would say United had just 4 very good players on the pitch today. And the changes for United showed a little. The striker, Rasmus Højlund and Alejandro Garnacho did a very good job. And we saw the return of Johnny Evans almost 9 years after leaving Manchester United to make his 199th appearance for the Manchester United side. He came in that game now, and we saw 4 changes from the United side now, and we saw that they couldn't really hold on. That those changes spoiled the whole of their defense, because now, when you have your 2 central defenders leaving the match in one game, one by injury, one by substitution, there's already an issue. So bringing in now Evans and Maguire turned that game upside down. I could see what happened. United were trying to get that final attack to make it a 2-2 equalizer, and just one true pass, and what a goal from Gabriel Jesus. What an amazing goal. Now, I take you back on to the Arsenal side. I think, for me, now that we have Gabriel Jesus fit, I think it's time to now go back to the original formation for the Arsenal side. Have Iketia back to the bench. Let him play as a substitute. Let Gabriel Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, Declan Rice, and Odegaard. I'm still not convinced about Kai Havertz. I think, for me, the best formation Arsenal to play is Ramsdale, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, Zinchenko defense. All right, play a pivot 2 blocking 4. That's what I agree for you to do. Put this boy there, our Ghanaian brother, Thomas Okechukwu in that match, and you play Declan Rice. So if you play 4-2-3-1, you will have a solid Arsenal side. But I think Arteta has something that he had a covenant. He swore with Havertz that the Havertz must play. So to have a stronger side, to have 5 midfielders, so he plays Havertz and takes off 1 defender and plays Partey a right back, so you can have more defense. But I think it will not work. Revert back to the match, the team that almost got you the league last season, and put the players on the bench. We have big strikers, big players who play on the bench for other teams around the world, even in England, and they're not dying. So Arsenal needs to look into that, and they know what to do. Now, the goal from Declan Rice. Let's look at that goal. That goal was an amazing goal. From the corner kick that they are saying, would it have been a corner? Would it not have been a corner? Should they have scored? Should not have scored? But what were the Man United defenders doing? They were sleeping. That a corner came in, and a midfielder in your 18-yard box could chase the ball, bring it down, and play a shot. And Onana could not save it. Where were they? What happened to the United backline? That the player could have all the time in the world to chase the ball down and score. What happened? So United had an issue in that goal, and we saw the goal scored in the 96th minute, because they were given 8 minutes of extra time. And 2 minutes ago, Arsenal are now beginning to have a knack for scoring late goals. They did one last season, and they did it again today against Manchester United. And we thought it was over. United kept pressing. The referee added more time, because in the football, in current football laws now, if you waste time, you get a yellow card. If you waste time in celebration of your goal, 1 more minute will be added. Arsenal did not care. They took 1 more minute or so, 1 hour, 1 minute 30 seconds to celebrate their goal, and the coach kept adding time, and they played actually, almost 101 minutes today. Extra 11 minutes from the 90. And secondly, as United were pressing forward for that equalizer in the 101 minutes, I could put that in 11th minute of extra time, there was a clearance and a ball from Reece Nelson to Fabio Vieira. And there was a through ball to Gabriel Jesus, who ran for about 20 yards and went wide and did a cut and started in the goal past Onana, and it was 3-1 to Arsenal. Now, does the result suit that game? Nobody saw a 3-1 scoreline. That's what I'm telling you. Football. always happens. This is Bowe Sport. Don't forget, share the link, keep sharing the link. Let's watch live, let's share it, let people come on and join later on. Whatever they join us, let's enjoy football at his best. All right. And Arsenal running away with 3-1 against Manchester United. I'm going to go back to your comments shortly. Then we'll discuss one more game, Liverpool, and give you the result of that games now. And we'll show you. Okay, let's go back. All right. Benitari is saying that Arsenal needs someone to support Declan Rice in the midfield so that Odegaard can do more of his job. Yeah, I think because when you have just one holding midfielder and you have two flair players around him, it's always an issue. So Odegaard has to come back and attack and defend, and the person of what's his name again? Kai Havertz. So I think I will agree with you. All right. Idugu says that the game was actually boring until the last few minutes. You watched that match. I was angry. I thought it was a training match. We were just training, passing left, right, forward, backward. I was wondering, Arsenal are playing like a team who wants to get a draw. Man, you play like a team who does not want to lose. Until the last few minutes, last 10 minutes of that game, I could say that we saw action in that game. So I agree with you in what you just said now. It might say just bench Kai Havertz and Arsenal will be okay. Benching Kai Havertz would that be the solution to Arsenal's problem? I feel so for me. No matter how much you buy a player, okay? Don't change a winning team. But now you took away, what's his name again? Granit Xhaka to Germany. And you brought in Declan Rice. I believe with the way Declan Rice played last season, winning a trophy as the captain of West Ham, he has the right to be slotted straight into the Arsenal side, playing with Thomas Partey. Havertz should be a player who just come to make up the bench and make up, Arsenal's team. Because when you look back at the bench, you can say, oh, there's a certain Kai Havertz that can come in, to the Arsenal side. I believe and I agree with you, Iman, but who knows what Arteta will do? We're not sure about that. All right, J. Rush, I did not even see Man U number 7. I told you before, Man U number 7 is not a player; he's a hairdresser. Let's change his hairstyle, do new hairstyle. So he has an issue. So you guys should go and know what to do with him. All right. Man United lacks squad depth. I think injuries are part of the issue for Manchester United. Okay. Anthony went to buy barbecue for Jesus. I don't like that boy. Obviously, for me, I feel he doesn't really play very, very, very well. All right. Okay. Now, what he's saying, I'm happy this is happening early. Yes, just 4 games into the season, and maybe teams can afford to lose games. I agree with you. They can afford to lose, afford to get a draw because there is still, 34 more games to play in the English Premier League season. So I think there's still more time for every team to recover, make adjustments in January, buy more players. They want to buy more players and see what they can do. All right. Gift is saying that if not me, Jesus dribble like a dribble Gallo, I will just go and resign. I think that was not really a dribble. Every defender's first attempt is to block the shot. And don't forget, you're facing a Brazilian. He thought that he was going to play the left-footed shot, but he had to cut him and slotted that goal. And that goal was an amazing, amazing goal. All right, Iman says, I feel for Man United, that defender, they didn't defend very, very well. Man United defense sharp, conceding 2 goals in each match. Yeah, every single match they played this season, they considered 2 goals plus. It's an issue. The coach needs to put his act together and put that team, together. Keep your comments coming. I'll be reading them for the Man United Arsenal game. But another big game took place again this season. This evening in England. Aston Villa went away to You Never Walk Alone Anfield to play against Liverpool. And Aston Villa has been a side that has been playing very well. Only Watkins and the rest of them. And the coach seems to know what he's doing now. The former Arsenal coach, Unai Emery, made some very, very beautiful signings. Tielemans came in, Clement Lenglet, Nicolas Zaniolo. Good signings that came into that squad now for Aston Villa. And they look pretty good at the beginning of the season. But Liverpool now looks resurgent. Liverpool now playing good football at home. And don't forget, Liverpool playing without their 2 first-choice central defenders. In the likes of Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate were not there. So they had to play today with Joel Matip and Joe Gomez. Andy Robertson are playing with Alexander Arnold. Dominic Szoboszlai. Get used to that name. That boy is a complete baller. Signed from RPG Leipzig in Germany. And Alexis McAllister from Brighton played today. Curtis Jones came in. Mohamed Salah refused the temptation of going to the Arab world, but we are not too sure yet. Now, if I was Liverpool, Salah is 31 years old. An Arab league wants to pay 120 million pounds to sign Salah before their window will close in the next 5 days. And they want to pay Salah 1.5 million pounds per week as salary. And Liverpool is saying he is not for sale. He's not going anywhere. And today, he showed the faith again. He started that match and scored a goal for Liverpool. Darwin Núñez scored 2 goals in the last time, and he was repaid for his starting lineup now to play for Liverpool up front. And Luis Diaz played up front. We saw amazing football from Liverpool. From the beginning of that match, they started dominating. And in the 3rd minute, Dominic Szoboszlai, the new signing for Liverpool now, who the coach loves from Germany, scored the opening goal in the 3rd minute. And Liverpool kept pressing. And in the 22nd minute again, we saw an own goal from Matty Cash, the right back, of Aston Villa. And it was 2-0 for Liverpool against Aston Villa, and they went to the second half. And in the 55th minute, Mohamed Salah, the Egyptian king, that they call him in Anfield, scored, the 3rd goal for Liverpool. And that was how that match ended. Liverpool doing very, very well now against Aston Villa. All right, people are still angry here right now. And Elijah is saying, United are playing 2 old men in midfield against the speed and agility of Odegaard. Is already in danger from the beginning. I think Eriksen, like you just said now, let me go to your comment. Eriksen play with Casemiro. These are players in their 30s, 30, 31 years old, and are playing against a speedy and powerful midfield of Odegaard, who is 23 years old or 24 years old. You're playing against Declan Rice, who is 24 years old. Kai Havertz is 25 years old. So you can see that the energy and the space in age between those defenders and those midfielders will always give a problem for United side. Arsenal have arguably one of the youngest teams in the English Premier League this season, and an average age of 25 years. Everybody looks very young. Saka, 22 years. Martinelli, 22 years. You can name them. Ben White, 24 years. Ramsey, 24 years. Just Zinchenko, Gabriel Jesus is 25, going to 26. So Arsenal have a very young squad, and it seems like they're planning, for the future. All right. And Iman talking about Liverpool game, yeah, beautiful. He said Liverpool just tactically changed their midfield, and they are blending so quick. Now, that is how you know how good a coach is. He brought in 3 solid midfielders, 3 new midfielders, and sold his 3 old midfielders. And so Liverpool's midfield is relatively new. If you start Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Endo, there are 3 new midfielders. But you see what he's doing? It keeps the defense old, it keeps the attack old, and it changes the midfield. That is how a coach works. Unlike the person of Mikel Arteta, who's trying to change everything at once, and it's giving him issues. Just like he was lucky, to win that game, today. West is very, very angry, very, very angry, and he said we need to ban Martial and Anthony. Martial has never been my issue. He should go back to France and just end his career there playing for Olympic Lyon and the rest. But Anthony is my problem. Now, the same problem the coach is facing with Anthony. He can't drop him because he coached him before in Ajax, and he bought him for big money. He must play. The same problem Arteta is facing with Havertz. Players that come for big money that the coach trusts, they can't afford to put them on the bench. If not, why did you buy them? For that kind of money, they will not start. If you buy it for 10 million pounds, okay, he might not play. I understand it's just 10 million pounds. That is why I also feel as Arteta can bench Leandro Trossard. He got it for about 12 or 13 or 15 million pounds. So it doesn't matter. But the player of almost 17 million, my brother, he must play. There's no way to play, he will be a goalkeeper hand glue and he will play. So if you are saying that you take off Martial, I can understand what you're saying. But Liverpool did a very good job tonight, defeating Aston Villa by 3-0. Liverpool seem to be climbing. Crystal Palace defeated Wolverhampton Wanderers by 3-2. We had some very good games there. Our African brothers are doing us proud. Eberechi Eze, the Nigerian international playing for Crystal Palace, had a very amazing goal scored. And Luis Edouard, a French-born international, also scored 2 goals. So they got a brace, 2-0. Hinchan scored a goal also for Wolverhampton, and Marcus Rashford, Atletico Madrid, scored the 2nd goal and made it 3-2. That is how England served us hot today. This whole weekend has been amazing. I'll give you a very good start again also. In 4 games now for the English Premier League season, there has been no 0-0 draw. Every team has scored a goal in the game. There's been 1-0, there's been 2-1, there's been 1-1, and they have been very, very high scoring. There's been no 0-0 drop in the English Premier League also this year. Don't forget tonight, if you're a Barcelona fan, Barcelona will be playing shortly, playing against Osasuna, by 8 p.m. The match between Atletico Madrid and Sevilla was postponed because of some crisis, in Madrid. So we don't know when they will put that match in. Inter Milan are fighting back for the title, and they got a 4-0 demolition of Fiorentina. Martinez, their striker and the captain for Inter Milan, also got 2 goals. Çalhanoğlu, 50-minute penalty. Marcus Thuram, signed from the French league, also scored the first goal in the 23rd minute. Lautaro Martinez doing very well for Inter Milan, 4-0 against Fiorentina. Torino played the 1-0 win against Genoa. Juventus will be playing in the next 10 minutes. Juventus will be playing against Empoli, and Lecce will be playing against Salernitana. Yesterday I talked about that match. Bayern Munich, they ended up winning, and Harry Kane didn't score a goal, but he helped his side, get that win for Bayern Munich. And in Germany also today, Eintracht Frankfurt, played the 1-1 with FC Cologne, while Union Berlin, lost at home to RB Leipzig, and in the French league also, don't forget, now the superstars will play tonight. Paris Saint-Germain will travel to go play against Lyon. Don't forget, Lyon now has the former Arsenal striker Alexandre Lacazette, who is scoring beautiful goals. He left Arsenal last season and scored almost 19 goals in one season. We don't know what's going on with the Arsenal side playing a striker. All right, so that is what it took us today, and it served us beautiful games. I'll say it again: Manchester United went to the Emirates Stadium and lost by 3-1 to a very amazing but weak and 9-minute Arsenal side, who scored 2 goals in 9 minutes also. And Liverpool are climbing, all right? And we are not going back there again today. Emmanuel Smeke saying Golden Boy Jude Bellingham. Yes, watch the broadcast of yesterday. We saw Bellingham doing very well for Real Madrid, and that boy looks like the real deal. It looks like they paid £100 million, and it was not a waste for Real Madrid. All right, so thank you guys. It's been an amazing time, with you tonight. A beautiful games took place. We hope to talk about it maybe when we see during the week, if we have some beautiful games that will take place in for the national side. Now England will play, as we go. All right. Yeah. So soon we're going to be expanding. I'm going to be having some persons join me live, on the show. I'm going to be having a panel discussion, during the week. I'm going to be having a very solid sports analyst join us in the week. It's going to be a surprise to you. I'm not going to call his name very soon, but you're going to enjoy that show, because I'm going to have somebody by my side to discuss basically what happened in the world of sports from Friday, from Saturday, and from Sunday. Don't forget, we have a date every Tuesday evening by 8 p.m. We're going to be talking about, those games. Amazing time for you joining me, guys. I love you all. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming at this amazing notice. I hope to see you again very shortly. We'll be giving you notifications as we come. Don't forget, follow us on Facebook at Bowe Sports Arena. Like and subscribe and share. And on YouTube at Bowe Sports Arena. Let's give you the best and make your day and your evenings bright as we discuss matters arising in the world of football. Till I see you again next time, my name is Bishop. I love you, and up Gunners.